Hi all, welcome to the NBC Sunday Night News. I'm your anchor host. No, I'm kidding. I've done so many video calls today that not always in the same wardrobe, but I just put this on only for you, I went clothes shopping. You're like, what's the point of this video? What? We'll get to it as always. I went clothes shopping yesterday for the first time, and I think since the zombie apocalypse started. I mean, I bought some stuff online, t-shirts and socks or whatnot, but not a suit, not a dress shirt, and not a tie. So anyway, I went out yesterday and did all that. I needed some new clothes for my job, and I didn't have a black silk tie. I got several suits, but this is the newest one, and I've got plenty of dress shirts, and a couple of them are white, but not a single solid black tie. And and that's on purpose, because usually when I used to wear suits, I would figure if you're wearing a black suit and a white tie, it's pretty bland, right? So what did I just say? No, I meant to say a black suit and a white shirt. That's what I meant to say. I thought, did I say tie? I did. Black suit, white shirt. It's pretty bland, so use the tie to, color it up big time. Has some battery-operated tie. No, I'm kidding. No battery-operated ties. Just solar-powered. And but then there's occasions and times when you just want to stay low-key, and I have more of that with my other jobs now. And so went shopping. So I thought I would do a wardrobe check today, now, and see if it's comfortable enough. And I think it's fine already. I'm sure as heck not going to stop this video 2 minutes into it and edit it or start over, because I'm doing it on an iPad and I don't really have any good tools in iOS to edit. So this video is going to be, any more housekeeping stuff? Background is, as often is the case, is Sienna drums and Mueller on keys, doing downstream. I use it all the time, so I won't describe any more of it, but it's too loud. If it's too loud, let me know. No, I've been doing all day is live video calls, so people could say, hey, that's too loud, Keith, damn. But not so much with the YouTube video. So I think I just turn it down myself. I'll make an executive decision. There, because I don't want it to be too loud. This will be, I'm sorry, my throat's bothering me, so if it cracks, I'm sorry. I'm going through puberty. I got a time machine. My car. Yeah, as I've told quite a few of my music friends lately here, I got my car back after 7 months. I'm sure being in the shop, and as I often tell people, if they're asking me about my channel, stupid channel, they'll say, well, what's on it? And I'll be like, well, just nothing really. Come find out. You'll see that I'm right. Nothing, but. So just stories and embarrassing high school things. And I said, then there's about, I think there's at least three, maybe 4 videos of my car trying to kill me. There really are. And so you might wonder, well, gee, it's been like a long time since, there's been one of those. There's been I've had quite a few videos in the meantime, and gosh, your car hasn't tried to kill you in the longest time as far as videos go. And the only reason that's true is because I haven't had the damn car, right? It's been in the shop. So I got it back, finally. Big celebration. There was a jet overflight and parachutists and everything. It was a whole thing. And to get my car back. And I had it back for 2 damn days. Dos days. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 days. 1, 2. And that's all. And then it broke down on me. and it did so about 10 blocks from home at about 10:30 at night, and the temperature was -9, 9 below 0 Celsius. Now, I mean, we do Fahrenheit, but I can't remember. I had Siri convert it to centigrade, and she said -9 point something, and that stuck in my head, so I can't. You can do the math here. You can ask your phone yourself what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's cold is what it is. It's fucking cold. So, yeah, so at that temperature, 8 or 10 blocks walk at about 10:30 at night, I believe it was, it's cold. And I was so pissed. But it tried to get me killed because it just dogged out. It just died in the lane of traffic. And it's pitch dark. I think it was a Friday night, so there was still, there was some traffic going on. Not so much like a Tuesday or Wednesday. It might be kind of a dead time of evening. There was some traffic still popping at 10:30 on a Friday, and right where I was, it was really dark. No good street lights, and I'm in a lane of traffic, and so I've got to end up. Luckily, the gravity was not fighting against me. It was pretty level, the street and this parking lot, because I had to push the car by myself, push it and steer it and turn it 90 degrees to get it a hard right turn into this parking lot, and then push it up into a parking space and put the brake on and stop it there to leave it. And it was too dark, and I was too pissed, and it was too cold for me to pop the hood and try to look and see if I could figure out what was wrong with it. Plus, having only had it 2 days, my sister, who's always the expert on this kind of thing, especially when her hindsight's 20/20, she's like, "Oh, you should have a flashlight and extra blankets and this whole kit, being prepared to be stuck in a snowdrift for like a week and a half, radio beacon and energy bars and all this." I'm like, I live in the city, I'll just walk to 7-Eleven or walk to Quick Trip and eat them out of house and home. It's like no big deal. But I would at least had a flashlight if I'd had my car a few more days. You know how it is, you have this stuff that you just drive around with, a tire pressure gauge and a flashlight and this and that, and a clamp to hold your phone into the vent of the car, and just these little things. But they were in the car I was using because I've been using it for 7 months straight, and I just started to propagate that stuff into my car, and I had not moved a flashlight yet. So what do I have here? I had not moved that yet. So I had the light on my phone, yes, but really wasn't the best for it because I just didn't feel like doing it for what it was. So I went back the next day with a toolbox and a bunch of duct tape, and I figured out what was wrong with it, and I kind of shimmed the thing that wasn't fitting on the thing right, and the pipe clamp wouldn't clamp down tight enough on it. I found out later on why not, and then I duct taped the whole thing together, and then was able to get it to start. So I'm like, oh good, that's what the problem is, but I didn't want to drive it to the repair place that has had it for 7 months. So I called AAA, and it was still cold the next day. It was, this time I know it was Fahrenheit. It was like 14 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, how much is it? What's 14 degrees Fahrenheit in centigrade?
-10 degrees Celsius.
-10. It's -10 degrees Celsius in the daytime. And I called AAA and was waiting for them to come tow me. And the car I was driving said, check tire pressure. Yeah, like I got nothing better to do. And it's 10 degrees below 0 centigrade. To get out there with my bare hands and a compressor. And it had not 1, not 2, but 3 low tires. Every time I'd fill one up and I'd check it, and it'd be like 34 pounds of pressure. I'm like, yeah, you're fine, bitch. And then I'd go look on the dashboard. It would still say check or low tire pressure. I had to do another one. And how about now? Look at the dash, still low tire pressure. So I do a third one, and I'm looking at the fourth one, going, you're fine. And it was fine after filling up 3 of them with air. Not filling up, I mean adding 10 pounds to each of the 3. Then they all shut up, and But, you know, I was out there all that time waiting for the tow truck from my car, which is parked right next to the other car, and I'm running around it with this compressor and my bare hands trying to tighten the thing down and, you know, run the compressor and get it. And then the tow truck shows up in the middle of it, so I actually had to stop after about 2 tires and do the tow truck thing and then do the 3rd tire after they were gone, because I needed my help to steer the car as they push it back out of the parking space, and then we get it turned around and squared up, because it has to be on a flatbed tow truck, because it's all-wheel drive, all-wheel steer, you know, nothing simple. So it's got to have a flatbed to be put up onto. It can't be just drug around by its nose. And then I had the address of the place to tow it to. And the short story is O-rings, or O-ring, singular. Yeah, there's supposed to be an O-ring between this hard plastic thing and the iron manifold intake of the engine. And this hard plastic thing is coming out of the turbos. And it just, you know, I saw how it was separated, and it was just, no. So I put it back on as best I could. I slid the one thing over the cowl of, you know, of the other one, and then there's a pipe clamp, and I clamped it down, and it just wouldn't stay. I mean, I just looked at the thing, and it just came off again. You know, the engine wasn't running. I mean, if I'd have put any any pressure on the thing, poof, it would have come off, you know, 10 times easier. So I had no chance of staying on except for duct tape. Well, it turns out they're supposed to, sorry, my voice is just crap. It turns out that it needed an O-ring in between those two, inside the plastic thing and outside the metal thing, because the hard plastic and then the metal, they don't like each other that much to clamp together. No, but they both want to cooperate with this O-ring, you know. So you put this rubber O-ring in between, and then you can clamp the pipe clamp down on it. And I think the car had just been taken apart and put back together. The engine had so many times that it one of the times somebody just forgot the O-ring or it got lost. So anyway, the parts place is going to buy the whole plastic assembly, which isn't very expensive, and it'll come with a damn O-ring. But yeah, so hey, this is only 12 minutes. What the heck? This isn't a video of mine. What did I do wrong? I don't really have any super Easter eggs. I mean, there's a couple things that people will recognize, but no story times from that, and yeah, it just broke down and was going to get me killed. They were trying to either leave the car there, would have gotten smashed up, would have got me killed, but the car would have been destroyed probably before morning, and on a Friday night in the dark in traffic lane like that. And I was pretty concerned when I'm pushing the thing by myself and the cars are zinging by me in the other lane, in the fast lane, while I'm in the slow lane pushing this car. So it's like, yep, it screwed me again. And I told this story to some of the people I was talking to today, and they're like, you got to get rid of that car. You know, it's just a jing. It's just, you know, it's out to get you. You just, you know, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I should get rid of it. Excuse me. But I haven't yet, and I need to move first. So I need to get moved, and then I'll worry about cars. So that's that. And I should just shut up here, right? 13 minutes, and that'd be the story about my latest almost getting my car back, because I don't really have anything else to tell you about it. I was telling one of the people today I was talking to actually I was in a stream today also with one of my music friends, and she's the one who told me to do this. She said, you should do another video and do one on how you lost your car after 2 days. And I said, okay, actually I will do that today. So I'll message her and let her know it's going to go up here in a little bit, 7 o'clock at night now. But what's my point there? I forget that. I'm not going to remember it, but I thought I'd do this video just to fill in the gap of how long it's been since I've had a video about my car trying to kill me. And I know what it was. GoPro camera. I've been badgered into getting a fake, GoPro wannabe type camera and a suction cup to put it in my car and then film some video of driving. So I'm going to do that. And I was just thinking, backing up a step, I've also been, hate to use the word badgered, I've been encouraged by 2 other really good friends to shoot video, no pun intended, of shooting at the gun range. And I was struggling with how to do that. I got one of those little bendy tripod things for your cell phone, because the first time I tried to do it was just so ghetto. I just like balanced my phone in my range bag, all half-assed, and it would stand up there for a while and then fall over. Or even if I got it to stand up, it wasn't visually right. I was either right here in front of me looking down range and you could see the target, but you couldn't see who was shooting at it or what gun they were shooting or anything. It was visually stupid, visually uninteresting. Or I could turn it the other way around and picture me with a gun going bang, 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 but you don't even know where the rounds are going. There's no context. It's stupid. Again, stupid, going the other direction. So, what I really needed was another person to stand behind me and picture me and the gun and the target downrange, get it all in the same shot, and then I'd shoot the thing. And, but, especially in a pandemic, I don't really see my real life friends who used to go shooting with me. Well, we haven't done that in a while. Well, since the pandemic started. So I finally figured out to use one of the two tripod legs of a backdrop, and it can extend from pretty short to 10 feet tall. And then I used the bendy thing and I just duct taped it to the top of the tripod thing with the legs, fold up flat or they open up. And then I just carry that into the range with me along with my targets and stuff. And they didn't care. I brought it out in the range, set it up right behind me, right behind my shoulder, and ended up with some decent video that seemed to include what I wanted it to. And I showed a few people that, and they really liked it. So what, I might even, it's unlisted right now. I might even turn that on too. Let me know what you think. If anybody would care, guns being generally a divisive topic, historically, always, and certainly now a divisive topic. So maybe it's not the best time to do it, but I'll do it if people think it'd be something that they'd want to see. If 2 or 3 people want to see it, then I'll put it up. And if the ATF or NSA, whoever's paying attention to it, and now sees it and goes, okay, now we know where some guns are. So when we start confiscating them, that's where we'll go. I'll be like, okay, yeah. However many people you're going to bring, you didn't bring enough. So just so you know. But I might put that up. And what was I going to say about something remind me about bulletproof. I can't remember. No, I can't remember what it was. I think it was something to do with an Instagram post that I had up already. But, okay. All right, now, how did it get to be 18 minutes so fast? I'm sorry. You're like, it's not supposed to be a challenge, Keith, where you make it as just stupid long as you can. But now I think I've covered everything I wanted to do. Camera. I've covered everything I wanted to. And, yeah, that's maybe another housekeeping thing. I'm using my I'm not using my webcam because it sucks. I'm using my iPad Pro, which has a very good camera, high def, and better color balance for sure. The other one was all gray. I had a red screen going there, too much red, sorry. But the color balance on the webcam, I've complained before, I know it's just terrible. So this looks more normal to me. I think it sure looks white, and my teeth look whiter, and just eyes, white. Everything else was just kind of fuzzy, foggy, grayish, and it was the webcam's fault, and it's older. And I should just buy a 1080p webcam and go back to the PC. But this isn't bad for the iPad, as long as I can edit, or as long as I don't need to edit, and as long as the volume is loud enough, because I don't have a lot of control over the gain of this little microphone here. So thank you for watching, and if you want to leave a comment, let me know about the things I asked about, or just anything, what you had for lunch today. You make this like a little miniature Instagram. Just leave a description of your lunch today. I appreciate anything, and I will see you next time. And I might even have my car back. So we can only hope, right? I know you guys don't care. I can hope, because I want the damn thing back. If nothing else, just to get to the music, my Bluetooth, to my phone and all that. Thanks again, and see you soon.